folks. It is November sometime. I don't even know if it's going to come out in November. Might be December. Might be when this beer is no longer available. But we've got a beer here that actually has been collabed between Brewsters and this man right over here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children over the age of the drinking age, we do have Oh My Quad from Brewsters. It is a Belgian quadruple, brewed in collaboration with Dave, the beer guy.
The beer guy.
And I'm not going to say your last name.
Who's that?
Why? It's Gingrich.
There we go, see?
You know, Newt, I'm not related. Scottish again.
More Scottish in that
you're
one
not,
there.
You're not doing this Irish thing anymore. You're not doing it's Scottish. It is an extra strong ale coming in at 10.1 alcohol by volume. You're trying to fuck us over, aren't you?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
So, why don't you give us a little bit of a history lesson with your beer, sir?
I can tell you the whole story about it, and it's not even a very long one.
All right.
So my pal Rob Walsh at Brewsters, the head brewer, he's an excited guy, and he basically is in charge of, brewing for a whole bunch of restaurants in a chain. So the key is he has to make a lot of beers that are going to sell, so people buy them in a restaurant, right? And brewing a quadruple, as I'd say as most of you know, but most people don't know what the hell it is. It's a very challenging beer, I think, but it's also a very smooth beer that I think people have no idea how good it is. But when you start describing it, you're like, oh, I don't know, that don't sound like my kind of thing. It was really fun to come to him with this plan to brew this, and the fact that he was willing to let me do basically a full brew with them was super cool, man. Like it was like kind of an honor. And I think as soon as I said I want to brew a Belgian quad, Rob, his eyes lit up, and it was so cool. But I said, why don't we meet up on a Monday when I have a day off, and I'll bring a whole bunch of different quads from my store. So, I brought me some St. Bernardus App 12. I brought some Straff Hendrick quad. I brought some Rochefort 10. And I think we brought some Guden Carolus, but I brought that just mostly to enjoy in between. And also, there was another quad too. The La Trappe. The Dutch one. So the key is that I wanted the color of the Straff Hendrick, which is very dark. Yep. Usually quads end up pouring like a light golden, like an amber color. I wanted it to have that little sweetness of the La Trappe. I wanted the intense boldness of the St. Bernard's App 12, and the Rochefort. I just wanted that beautiful plum and dark fruit character that it has. It's just magic. That all of them have that in little regards, but it was just I wanted the perfect quad.
You wanted the
and
best
those are four of my favorite beers. Going to 4 is kind of the key here.
Yeah, quad 4. Hey, look.
Yeah. And you know what? It was really cool to be able to try and hash it out. And as I was telling him, I want this, and this, he was literally giving me feedback on what he would have to do to make it taste like that, and smell like that, and look like that. And I was like, and he said, okay, it's going to take a little bit because we got to order in the right ingredients and make sure we're not cutting any corners here. And so he finally, let me know a few weeks later and basically said we got the Belgian candy syrup, which is one of the biggest things, the biggest points of emphasis on actually brewing this beer. It's not just, it's definitely not Reinheitsgebot, sorry Germany. There's 25 gallons of Belgian candy syrup, but there's three of those 5 gallons, I think it was 3 of them, were the high SRM, so they're very, very dark. And then the other 2 were a little bit lighter colored. But I swear, we took a little finger and tasted it, man. And I swear to God, I know, chocolate's not, you can't do the chocolate. It tastes like chocolate, and that's the beautiful thing, but there is no chocolate in there.
And he can contest.
I swear to God, man, you could pour that shit in milk and stir it up and be like, oh my God. I found the substitute.
Well, why are we not drinking this yet then?
Well, do you know what? I'm telling the story. I'll be honest with you, about all I did to actually brew this beer was I hung out the whole day while we brewed it.
Yep.
I poured a couple of the 5 gallon candy syrups in there, and we waited until everything had to be done. But Rob has an amazing brewing team.
Oh yeah.
And we ended up putting it into the fermenter and waiting and waiting and waiting.
And waiting.
And it's right now, I mean, it doesn't matter what the date is when this airs, but I mean, it's, end of October. It was released yesterday.
Yep.
It was on our beer
fresh.
bash. Absolutely. But it was, what's the brew date on it? It is October 22nd.
There we go. Yeah.
Pretty fresh. This is actually the new seasonal can for Brewsters. And the random thing too, and I don't think they planned this, but it's totally like the Willow Park Wines and Spirits burgundy color that we use. So really, really cool. My girlfriend Faye came up with the name Oh My Quad, and it's kind of funny, and I love it. I originally was going for Leg Day Quad because I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
But I think people actually don't want to be confusing it with a leg muscle. They want to actually understand what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And basically what it is with the Belgians, you have your brown ale, your Brun, which is your entry-level dark beer, and then you go up to your Double, which is basically like a double brown, and then you get your double,
Yep.
which is a quad. And it's just a super beast of a beer. However, you guys...
So is this the quad to rule all quads?
It may be the quad to rule them all, but you know what? The whole goal with this was literally to get the quad on the map. And it'll be available at some of the Brewsters locations in Calgary. It is available right now on my draft tap at my Dave the Beer Guy tap at Craft South Center. And you can buy it in cans at Willow Park Wines and Spirits. And my pals at Collective down in Avenida. And Sherbrooke Liquor in Edmonton. So
Nice.
Did you say quad on tap?
Yeah.
How cool does that sound, right?
That is awesome.
I know, it's a session quad.
Definitely a shout out to Sherbrooke
So
Liquor in Edmonton.
lunch tomorrow at
Gross.
Craft.
You guys, cheers, enjoy.
Cheers.
It's I kind of am stoked to see what you guys think.
So
Oh my
I
god.
love the color.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Oh my quad.
It doesn't taste like something made in Alberta, man.
No.
No offense to
That's,
Alberta.
that's what I was
brewers.
going to say. It is very tough to find. I love doubles and quads. Triples.
Yeah.
Belgian, the single. I love doubles and quads. It is very tough to find a double and a quad, or a quad brewed in Alberta. There's 88. They've got a double sometimes, and there's Blind Men, which had their 4th anniversary quad. But other than that, I can't really think of many or any.
In Alberta, for sure.
In Alberta,
Yeah.
brewed in Alberta, and I love them. I really do. So
Yeah, same here.
I am really stoked that you came up with this.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
You want me to be critical? You want me to be a reviewer on this?
Do it, man.
How the hell did you mask that 10.1%? Because you have a look at those European beers, they don't mask them. They make sure that you do have.
I think actually, to be honest, one of the things that I found when I was in Belgium was drinking super strong dark ales there. Yeah. You sip on them and you're like, oh my god, this is so smooth, and you'd drink 3 of them and then you're like, I gotta roll the water. And then you fall over. Yeah, exactly. And that's usually most people encounter that when they go there.
But when you come here, when you have the beers that show up here, the alcohol is actually very present in them. You have the Trappist, the
boozy.
alcohol, very boozy. You have the Rochefort and everything else. It is boozy. This is very well masked. The raisin is very, very nicely done in there. And honestly, I would see myself buying a keg of this.
Yeah.
I really would. It's really good. I
think the whole goal, like I was saying, though, was to make it have each level completely balanced. And I think it was all about the patience.
Yep.
It was about the brewing it properly, and it was about waiting and letting it rest. And it was also about having the unity brew. We had all the top Alberta brewers under one roof.
Yep.
And I got to pour it for all of them. And it was just great seeing them all enjoy it, because I was like, okay, I feel good about this.
I'm a little
and I think Rob
nervous.
did as well. I mean,
It is perfectly balanced.
perfect.
That's all they should.
Wicked. I'm glad you guys enjoyed
So
it.
it is-
I'm
it's-
pretty
I'm
proud
really
of you.
enjoying this. You mentioned like patience, letting it wait.
Mm.
Is there any benefits to aging this in a can rather than in a bottle? Is there any, like, if I keep this in my cellar for 6 months, a year,
I
will it
don't
taste
see
any
the
different?
flavor
There's
change.
there's no difference as opposed to a bottle in its aging.
Yeah.
The only thing that the difference is that you don't have to worry about any light getting through it. If the can is sealed clearly, which they all are fantastic. Rob made sure his best were on canning it to make sure they didn't waste any because there was only a certain amount left after the Unity Brew.
Yep.
we might have poured like 15 liters just for people that are like.
Well, there's over 100 brewers in that thing.
Do you know what? I don't know if you guys have already gone to Unity Brew. I was honored that I got invited this year.
I'm not allowed to go to Unity. I'm
Well,
not
it's,
a brewer.
it's
so-
exactly. That was exactly. It was literally during this that I got invited to it, so I got to bring my girlfriend too,
Yep.
which was super cool. And we were laughing because it was like we all got there like 8:30 or 9. And AGLC rule, they won't let you drink until 10, right?
Yep.
And literally, I swear to God, we were like in the other room, and it was like it turned 10, and all you could hear is. It was just awesome. It was the coolest sound I've ever heard, man.
It's the breakfast.
Yeah! I was like, yeah! And I mean, let's be honest, that's what the Unity Brew is. It's a whole bunch of brewers hanging out, drinking beer, enjoying each other's company, and enjoying this beautiful family that is this industry. And we're truly blessed here, man. I think it's awesome. And I mean,
I think it is too. I mean, that's why I've been doing this for 6+ years now. I mean, it's gotten me really fucking fat, and my liver's probably dying very bad.
Absolutely.
Now. But at the same point in time, it's dying happy.
mhm.
It's like having a lot of these people, and you mentioned the Unity Brew. It's amazing having collaborations like this. It's really good to see because that's the thing. You're not exactly battling with each other. You're helping each other to try and gain that extra step, and that's what I love seeing in Alberta beers. It is just, or in any beers for that matter. BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, whatever else. Ontario, well, they don't bring half their shit out here at the time. So
Just the good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Not saying that there's any good stuff that we've had recently, flying monkeys. But yeah, I mean, this is actually, it's good to see it. Like, I like to see, and you're not exactly a brewery. You don't have a brewery. You've been in the industry for 20 years, as you said.
Just a boot.
Just about, and that's the great thing is you've been in this industry for so long that you've actually helped it grow. And seeing something like this is an honor.
Well, it's fantastic. You're getting recognition for all your hard work.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic that you're on can now, that you were able to work with Rob. And Rob, I've met Rob a couple times. He's a fantastic person.
But it's
To be
not
able to
just
work with him and build a beer that you like, your dream beer, like that's
And I would like.
And then it
I
comes
would like
out
to,
like the legit dream.
like that's
Exactly.
And I'd really like to emphasize that, like Brewsters, like as far as Alberta breweries go, they make quite a bit of beer right there, like on the larger scale. And you've convinced them to make a quad, which is very not a popular beer here. And I'm very happy that you did
Putting
that.
quad on the map, baby.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I fully approve.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's wicked, man.
That's good to see. I mean, it's not your first collab, obviously. We won't mention the other one if you really don't want us to.
Which other one?
The one with Ulster.
Oh no, that was awesome. Do you know what that was? I like Alistair Smart was and still is one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. He's like my muse, my brother, my father, best friend. I mean, he's an awesome guy, and
I still get to work with him.
didn't even know he was actually retiring. And randomly enough, I was like, I want to brew a beer for Alistair's because I think he deserves it. He's amazing. He's put so much into this industry. He was the first ever craft beer rep in Alberta, and I mean that's huge.
Yeah.
You know, and man, his story is endless too. It's so cool. But I had the opportunity to make a beer. I got to brew with my buddy Connor, which was amazing, and we actually ended up having to brew it twice because the first time we did it, the labeling, packaging, whatever, it ended up getting dumped, and we had to do it over again. And I think actually the first one might have been better, which is unfortunate, but it got put in a bottle, and I got to see Alistair's face when he walked in the room and we unveiled the thing, and he didn't even know why it was all happening, because it ended up being his retirement party.
Oh, nice.
Which when I
Okay.
brewed the first batch, he wasn't retiring yet. And then we did it again, and then I did find out this, so we launched it at Big Rock, and we had the label on a big, like easel, and he got to see that, and he teared up a little. I mean, like you would. I mean, I would.
yeah, no
It's not
kidding,
someone to brew a beer with like a cartoon of my face on it, and like
Yeah.
called Alistair's Bony Fantastic Scottish Ale. And the reason I did a Scottish Ale is because Big Rock, you guys know, for years made tons of beer, but they were starting to get like stale and boring because they'd just been around for so long, and everybody was into all this other beer, and it was just like meh. And then one day Alistair came in with a Scottish Heavy from Big Rock.
Yep.
And I got to see him light up again. He was friggin' excited. And he's also from Stirling, Scotland, too. So I just thought it prudent to brew him a Scottish
Wee
ale.
Heavy, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it made sense. And, it was a lighter Wee Heavy, but it had a good little bit of peat to it. And
It was really good. Like
it was a good beer. It was a good beer, for sure. And actually, I have another one sitting in a tank at Village right now, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a lemon pepper, not a lemon pepper, but like a lemon zest pink peppercorn dry saison.
Okay.
That they just actually dry hopped with what did we use? Simcoe, and added more lemon zest and pink peppercorns to it like yesterday or the day before, and I talked to their lab tech Alex, and she was telling me like it's tasted pretty damn good, nice and dry and peppery, and that was the whole goal. And that's called the Village DTBG40.
Jesus,
because I turned.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Yeah.
Well, it's just short for Day of the Beer Guy, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I named it that is because I turned 40 in like a week or two from now.
That's
Yeah.
still not saying it 5 times fast.
DTBG40, 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 DTBG40.
That's 4.
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
All right, fine.
Dramatic pause. But that it's pretty friggin' awesome. And actually, I did a resolution this year to actually like brew 3 collabs, and I've done 2, so I kind of need to do another one. I was talking to Andrew Mannix, but he was like, "It's gonna be a full batch," so I was just like, "Eesh, I don't know if I can sell that much."
So
I think if it's Annex, I probably could.
Oh, Annex sells
Annex
up
has
as
the thing, as does Brewsters, but what's it going to be? If you,
I don't know. We'd
what
have
would
to
you
check.
like to do? If you had your dream, you didn't have to worry about
This.
selling. No.
It's
It's this right here. This is what I have. So.
like they always end up being big boozy things, but I always thought it'd be fun to brew a lager too.
And that's a tough one to
It's
sell.
just it takes long. It's not tough to sell. It just takes long to make. And by the time you release it, now you're like in winter.
You could maybe
I
work
think-
with Dandy because they have their premium lager. You could like do a spin off of that.
Oh, we're getting into some territory that we should not be getting into of collaborations and stealing. So yeah.
Would it be tough to sell? Like, you think like most of the people who get loggers have the logger that they like, usually the macro produced stuff. So like, I'm just trying to convince people to not buy their Budweiser and buy your lager.
What
Yeah,
I'm
good luck,
finding
Rob.
though is the craft industry though, like a lot of people are getting back into the lagers, the pilsners, like the lighter, crisper, easier drinking beers.
Right.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, like the evolution of man, the beer drinker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where he's like a monkey. It's like he starts as lagers, and then he drinks the amber ales, and then brown ales, then IPAs and stouts, and then he gets into like sours, and then it's like
Going back.
he's fully grown. It's like lager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you just kind of get like almost sick of like everything being overdone, and you just kind of want to go back to that just amazing beer. So
That's
when
what I
in
love about
Germany
establishment.
recently, it did that to me. I was like, oh fuck, they're so good, man.
Yeah.
Like Establishment,
Yeah.
like nails it for like going back to like the style. Like their Kolsch, in my opinion, is the best Kolsch in
Yeah,
America.
my best friend's girl.
Like,
that's amazing.
fantastic
Absolutely.
beer.
It
So
hits everything
good.
per spec and
Oh.
some. Like the key is if you're a good brewer, you can brew to spec and be like just magic. It's perfect. It's well made. But then you can brew to spec and some. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
this is outstanding. But I mean, those guys are freaking geniuses.
Oh.
The variety establishment was
I-
selling me there anytime.
I'm biased, but I fucking love Establishment.
So do I.
They're making some solid beers.
I keep on
I
telling
don't
them how
like their
well they
I don't
sell,
like
and
their
they're like,
system
"Oh,
where they
right."
actually where my debit doesn't work. But yeah, I like the beers.
It doesn't work on the
just
low.
sucks.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
their tap system sometimes doesn't.
It
like
doesn't work.
certain
Yeah, I
cards.
tried it and I tried other things and it didn't work. The beers were good.
Yeah.
But I actually had Joe to actually pay for my beers.
So you just need to go with Joe then.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
right.
Yeah. Joe, you're paying for my
I mean,
beers.
you'll-
We're going to establishment.
You'll find me there at least once a week, anyways.
Yeah. So on this beer, what do you guys think of it? I mean, like it's a solid beer. I've downed it at 10.1%. It's
I've downed
gone.
it as well.
It's
It
kind
drinks
of
so
Yeah.
easy.
It's
Word.
disappeared.
Very,
Where'd
very
it go?
smooth.
Yeah.
Like,
Very.
See, I'm doing the I'm actually trying to let it warm up a bit.
Yeah, me
because
too.
I think it's.
I want to see
stands
what
out
happens
even
when
more.
it opens
It's-
up.
I couldn't. Like this was very smooth, very delicious, very easy. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you don't get that.
I'm okay with that.
That's empty too. All right, fine. There you go. I'll be nice. I'll be sharing. I'm a
Nice.
host. I'll share. Whatever. Fuck.
Well, I'll share a little bit too for you being a host here.
Yeah, Rashford 10 for me is one of my favorite beers of all time, and I get that in this quad.
Mhm.
So when you're saying like, yeah, I think these 4 quads that I like, I want to have this from that one.
And you
Yeah.
do have that.
And I'm actually
Being really
getting-
picky about it.
I'm actually getting that from this beer, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really it is it's that damn good. And I mean, like you've been in this industry for, as I said, 20 years, so you know your shit, you know what you want, and you chose a brewery that fucking does it.
Yeah.
I mean, Brewsters has been around for what, 30 years, 27 years, 28 years now.
Yeah,
they've
like since the
We've got the
early
photo from
90s.
Google.
been- yeah.
4?
Something like that. They're similar time frame to Alley Cat.
Yeah.
Because I remember like it was like Neil and Mike both were like having like a barley wine battle when the Blue Monk and Old Deuteronomy came out like
Oh,
around
yeah.
the same time and literally blessed Alberta forever.
Yep. Speaking
and-
of which, I still have some downstairs.
God, they're good. We did one where we had Alley Cat Old Deuteronomy from what was it, 2000 to 2011. Oh God.
I remember that.
I just remember going on a freaking on a trek with my buddy Rick found a pipe with like it was so random. It was like a giant pipe, lead pipe, hanging out of this garbage bin,
Jesus.
and he just picks it up. And I was like, man, this is like a zombie movie or something. Like lead pipe. It's like you found like I just wanted to go find the workbench and like add some barbed wire to it or something.
two
You know what I
point
mean?
damage.
Put a razor blade on the end or whatever. And then we like went to this pizza joint across from his building. And we like he puts the pipe against the window, so they just hear a tink, and then we walk in and they're kind of like, oh my god, hi, can we get a pepperoni? God, you guys can have whatever you want. No, but it was just a random evening, but like, oh my god, I remember halfway through it going, whose idea was this? The truth is, it was Al Yule's idea, but he didn't show up. And then he was like, we should do that barley wine tasting sometime soon. I'm like, we did.
Yeah.
Remember, he didn't show up.
We're gonna cut it off here because I think we've been drinking a fucking hell of a lot. And I think it's time to sit down, play some video games, have some beers, and eat some chips and shit. But thank you for sharing this beer.
I'll skip out on the shit, but I will have the chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thanks.
brewing this.
Thank
Bro.
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
This
thank you
beer,
for,
yeah.
yeah.
Thanks for sharing it with me because this is what it's all about, man. Is
Oh,
sharing
man,
it with
it's-
people who actually will enjoy it.
Oh,
And I think
God, yeah.
everyone will if they give it a chance.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
so
If you
again,
can find this, pick it up.
yeah, if you find it,
Indeed.
Willow Park, Sherbrooke, Collective, and at select brewers Brewsters locations. Again, we've been drinking heavily tonight. Would it be at the Lake Bonavista one, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Damn it! Why not?
Because I don't know.
All right, fine. Until next time, folks, I am PK, and this has been a great variety of hosts, and this poor sorry sack of shit. I mean,
What? Hi.
hi, yeah. He's not used to drinking with the heavyweights here. So I do apologize for your Uber ride home with him tonight, but I don't. Till next time, thanks again for joining and have a wonderful, wonderful night.